Hi everyone, this is Ayushi said, and here I have a lesson for class 10th students. The subject is English and the topic is story writing. Today I am going to tell you the format of story writing. It comes in the writing skill and it carries 10 marks in the board examination, and the word limitation is 150 to 200 words. So without wasting the time, let's continue the topic. Firstly, it is a matter of fiction or imagination. You have to be very creative to write an interesting short story. You should use easily grammatical structure and sentences, so that it's easier for the readers to understand the story. It should go with the natural flow of speech. It should not be very difficult or should not involve a lot of drama. It should be realistic. Now, short story. Short story is meant to be read at a single sitting, and therefore it should be as direct and brief as possible. Always use past tense for it. There are the 5 main elements of the story. They are character, setting, plot, conflict, and theme. I will discuss all one by one with you. The first one is character. There can be 1, 2, or more than 2 characters or sub-characters. You can also use the sub-characters. Character can be some animals also. They should have some meaningful dialogues. The dialogue should have expression. Give a characterization to the sentences, to the characters that you are introducing. It means when you are introducing your characters, just use different type of adjectives from them, like how they behave, how they look, how they say, like this. Always remember, you have to narrate the characters in first, second, or third person. It is very necessary when you are going to write any story. Next, I am going to tell you about the golden rule of characters. You know that fewer is better? Yes, of course, fewer is better. Then always try to just minimize your characters. It will be very beneficial for your story. The readers can understand the problem or the metaphors for the main characters. Now, the next element is setting. Setting is the time frame of the story. Where the story is set up, it's just like the place. It should be brief, but try to make it poetic and vivid. Give good description of the setting. Give description of the scenes. Keep it short and single. This is the golden rule of the setting. That there should be only one setting where the entire action takes place. And it should not be very descriptive. It includes location, context, atmosphere of the story. Now, the next element is plot. The plot should also be simple and interesting at the same time. Remember, it should be simple but interesting. This is the flesh and muscles of the whole story. So the whole story revolves plot. So I am going to suggest you not to make it too much complicated to understand. This includes the start, body, and end. So this is the basic outline of the story. And you have to link all the 3 stages together with events and action of the characters. You have to describe and connect the events, and you should be very creative as to make it more interesting. I'm focusing on this. You have to make your story creative but interesting. Always remember this thing. Now next one is conflict. I think you are just confused. What is conflict? Conflict means the problem. You can put some matter of conflict into a story. just to make it more interesting. The golden rule of conflict is it should be intense, but when now it should be one. Why? As it is short story, you can put more than one problem in it. The next rule to resolve the conflict. So whichever conflict you have introduced by your characters, always remember you are just introducing the conflict by your characters. The character must have to resolve that conflict. The next rule is opposition between the character. Now this is the type of conflict which you can use. You can create a opposition between the character of the story, and then you can make the balance between the opposing characters. You can use mystery, love, empowerment, hating, supernatural thing, many. You can use a surprise also. Now next element is theme. Theme is the main frame of the story. It's the main work. It includes a plot, setting, conflict, character. All of these have to be correlate with the theme. Theme should be realistic too, so that everyone can attach themselves with it. This is the central or main idea of the story. This is the backbone of the story. You can say that is the backbone of the story. Your theme is good, all things will good. Then in the last but not least, I am just going to describe how you have to write the ending. How should you end the story? You can resolve your problems, or you can give a solution by your own self. It should be dramatic, tragic, happy ending, whatever you want to use, you can use. It's just totally up to you. It could be an open-ended also. It could also be a relevant to the life. You can give the single solution for this. You could use the parallel to the beginning where you have started the story. You can make the circle form, or it would be a type of monologue of the character, or you can also use just like any type of image for just the closing of your story. Now you can do this type of you can use this type of situation for the just writing the ending of the story.